Well, today is the last day of Suffolk County Transit's old service. And Sunday, October 29th, will be when the new system starts. So you go to the website here, it really doesn't even say, it should say in bold letters, coming October 29th. The system is going to be completely overhauled. So you have to click this. You see, the website is SCT Bus instead of the hyphen, so you take the hyphen out. The new website is going to be sctbus.org. All right? So it says right here, new routes and schedules go into effect on October 29th. All right? So there was an article in Newsday. So far, nothing on News South Shore 12. They don't even want to talk about it. But there was an article in Newsday, which I'm going to go over with you right now. This kind of summarizes what we have, what's going to be happening here. All right. So it says new Suffolk bus schedules begin Sunday. Routes limited hours extended to nights and weekends. Suffolk County Transit will go from operating 41 different routes to 27. And this picture is buses parked at a yard in Ronkonkoma in 2021. So some of these buses may have been retired. We don't know. There's an Orion right there. But anyway, it says, a major overhaul of Suffolk County Transit system, including the elimination of more than a dozen routes, takes effect Sunday. That's right. So Saturday, October 28th, is the last day of the old Suffolk County Transit bus system. And some bus commuters could be caught off guard by the changes, riders and advocates say. More than 2 years after it launched its Reimagined Transit initiative, Suffolk is set to unveil its redesigned bus system, which aims to increase service frequency and extend evening and weekend hours on most routes, but also eliminates many lines with lower ridership. Suffolk County Transit will go from operating 41 routes to 27. Jonathan Keyes, Suffolk's Director of Downtown and Transit-Oriented Development, who is heading the project for the county, acknowledged there will be some growing pains and bumps in the road with the redesign, the most significant in the system's 43-year history. But Keyes said county officials are confident that the end result will be a much more useful system for transit riders. I've had people tell me now they can take the late shift at work because the bus runs till 10 or 11 p.m. at night, and that's something they always wanted to do but couldn't. Keyes adding that the changes will triple the number of Suffolk households near bus routes with half-hourly service. S60 rider Melissa Branch of Gordon Heights looks forward to getting home earlier with a bus coming every 30 minutes. It's not that long like it used to be. It'll be an hour and change. It used to be an hour and change for the next bus to come, said Branch 43, who's excited about the extended weekend hours. It seems real good, especially the Sunday service. On Sundays, we've never had service. But some Suffolk communities will be left with no bus service at all as the plan eliminates many routes, including the S56 running between Comac and Lake Grove. Even Gold, who lives in Smithtown and rides the bus, says he'll get by because he drives, but knows other riders who don't know what to do. The entire corridor has nothing. It's basically wiped out, Gould 21 said. I know that there are still some people who are just finding out about it the other day, or maybe today, and it's going to come on Sunday. So that's my concern, is that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be caught off guard by this. And they're going to be waiting at a bus stop where the bus is never going to come again. Charlton D'Souza, president of Passengers United, a transit rider advocacy group, agreed that many riders still aren't aware of the looming changes and that the county should take another month to spread the word. There should have been announcements all over, D'Souza said. I think this is a disaster in the making. Keyes said the county took a boots-on-the-ground approach to notifying the public about the changes, with transit representative riding buses over the last several weeks. Funny, I never saw any. And reaching other riders by email through Suffolk County Transit's website, and notices posted on all 3,400 bus stops in the system. Yeah, they did put them up about a little over a week in advance. Riders can also call 311 or email buses at Suffolk County, New York Gov for more information. Lisa Sevonley, who rides the S66, said she's not confident that the changes will improve bus service, especially if they entail eliminating some routes. I don't think it makes any sense to cut routes, said Semele of East Patchogue, who said she regularly deals with frustrations, including long waits and not having a bus shelter at her bus stop. We have a broken transportation system, and they're breaking it even more. So this is a good article written by Alfonso Castillo from Newsday. And again, this is we're going to go over the system map again and kind of talk about the gaps a little bit here. And another thing that they have here in the system map that I didn't sort of bring up, I sort of alluded it to a little bit, is they have these timed transfer points. So where they have this bus symbol is a timed transfer point, like Riverhead, Smith Haven Mall. So technically, it's a transfer point, and the connections are supposed to wait. But it's not going to be practical because you're going to have buses running late. And I don't see how that's going to work at all, personally. I could be wrong, but anyway, going back to the system map, and I wanted there were a couple of things I left out in the last video I want to go over. And one of the we're going to go over the other spots that are losing bus service that I think are kind of significant. One of those is Udall Road. I think this is Udall Road right here. This is where the S27 goes down. All right. This is going to be left without any bus service in here, so now people are going to have to walk, and quite a ways too, to get to the nearest bus line. And it's not necessarily going to be an easy walk from some of these areas. All right, so if we let's go to Google Maps, for instance. All right, and we'll show you what I mean. Like, let's say you got the S27 on Udall Road, and sometimes we pick up people in this area here. On Udall Road right here, all right? So if they want to go to Babylon, they're going to have to walk over to Bayshore Road and then catch a bus over there to go. So let's see, how many miles is that? That's almost a mile, all right? Almost a mile. Now, let's say you're further down Udall Road. I mean, we've had people, we drop off over here on Udall Road, all right? And sometimes pick up over here by Udall Road and Sunrise Highway. So now they're going to have to walk all the way over to Deer Park Avenue, and that's a long walk. And the thing is, it's not a pedestrian-friendly walk. There aren't any. You have this highway here, 231. All right, so you can't just get on the I mean, I guess maybe there is a sidewalk over here. Okay, there is a sidewalk. I guess you could walk along, but I think once it gets to 231, I don't think you have a sidewalk anymore. I could be wrong. Maybe you do. Yeah, this isn't a very usable sidewalk, but it's something, at least. But you're going to have to walk all the way here, all the way to Deer Park Avenue, all right, which is a walk. So how many miles is that? Let's see. Yeah, that's a little over a mile. All right. And if you're not in the best of shape, it's going to be a problem. I think you're going to have a lot of people there's going to be a lot of new people using the Suffolk County Transit SCAT system because of that's their paratransit system. So you're going to have a lot of that. All right. If you're over here, I guess you could take Hunter Avenue. But that's just one case. All right. I mean, it's just one example of it, of a gap, all right? And this is the South Shore, which is generally, better off than a lot of other areas when it comes to, comes to issues. The other area that's getting their service taken away is the existing S29 route up Deer Park Road right here. There's not going to be anything over here anymore. You're going to have this route over here. So this route, it's a blue route, so it's only going to run every hour. That's going to be Route 3. All right. And so this whole area, Deer Park Avenue, Deer Park Route 231, Deer Park Road, I should say, north of Nichols, is only going to have that route and only up to Half Hollow Road. All right. So if you're north of Half Hollow Road, I understand maybe this is not an area where there's a lot of stuff here, but there could be people that need to get over here, and this is going to be a real problem because now there's nothing over here. So this whole area here, I mean, I understand maybe they just feel, I guess, I don't know. I tell you the truth, I don't know if I've ever taken the S29 down this way. And now I won't have the opportunity unless I go for a special ride today. But this whole area here is not going to have bus service anymore. And that's going to be a real problem. And I agree with Charlton. I think they should have delayed it until the new year. I think they should have delayed it until 2024. All right? I really do. I don't think they should have done this now. Because now this whole area is not going to have bus service. So now if you're over here, if you want a bus service, you're going to have to walk all the way to Half Hollow Road, which is all the way down here. So that's a lot of miles. So if you're over here, that's over 2 miles of walking. All right, and it's going to be a similar deal if you want to. All right, so what if you get the S23, the S3? That's the 3, right? And that's the other thing. It's not going to be called S. That's the other thing you'll note here too. So 3. So you have to go to Route 3. So if you're over here now, let's say you need to get a bus over here, you're going to have to find a way to walk all the way over to Route 3 over here. So you're going to have to go down. All right, so you're going to have to go down like Wolf Hill Road or something like that. All right, let me clear this out of here. You'd have to go down You'd have to get over to Half Hollow Road. So you have to go down this road, Vanderbilt Parkway. All right, so this doesn't look like a very pedestrian-friendly road to walk on. There are absolutely no sidewalks at all. So there are going to be a lot of people are going to be stranded by this, and they're going to be people that are going to have to get ripped off by taxi, Ubers, and Lyfts because of this stuff. Granted, I don't know how many people took the bus in this area, in this northern part of route, the Deer Park Road, but I think it's an area that should have kept bus service. But instead they have the route go this way because it has to serve Five Towns College, which is over here, so they want to keep service to that. So this is going to be another hole here in the system here that you're going to have to deal with. The other area the service is getting taken away from is this part of Comac Road. So this is another area here where service is being taken away from. And we'll get to Smithtown in a moment. Comac Road. Granted, I've never seen anyone getting on or off the bus here. Sometimes I will because I've gone hiking in Edgewood Preserve, and it was nice. I could come out here and get a bus over here by Otsego Park. Now I'm going to have to walk all the way down here. So this is going to be another problem, all right, that we're going to have. Now, if you want to get a bus, now you're going to have to go into Pilgrim and get this route here, which is the let's see, it should have the route number on here. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't show the route number. Yeah, not even showing the route number. I don't know why they don't show the route number. But you have to get this route over here, and I don't know why it doesn't. Maybe I click the route, it'll show me the route number. 5. Okay, here we go. So I'll try 5. So I have to get the 5, right? I'd have to go into Pilgrim and get it over here. So no more waiting. Granted, we never picked up anyone over here, but still, this is the 5 route, all right? And the other thing is the 5 route doesn't even go into Tanger anymore. So, yeah, it doesn't even go to Tanger. So there's no route that actually goes into the Tanger, which is, ridiculous. We spoke about this before. The 4, so you're going to have the 4 and the 5 going by it, but not actually in it. So, again, you're going to have to get off the bus over here. And they don't even have a bus stop marked over here. They don't even have a bus stop marked over here. This one. There should be one on the other side. And you're going to have to walk into Tanger. So you're going to have to get off over here. And then it just makes it a lot harder and more inconvenient for people. You're going to have to walk. You're going to have to get off here and then walk across the railroad tracks and then go into Tanger over here. Yeah, real friendly, real easy for pedestrians. Not right. You're trying to make the system easier, but you got to serve these major areas like Tanger. To have it skip that area of the Tanger. The only thing is there is a free shuttle that operates between the Deer Park Railroad Station and Tanger. I'm guessing that's what they're going to want you to use. They're going to want you to get off this bus here and then transfer to that. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to want to have you do. All right. So that's one of the gaps. And then in the article, yes, Kings Park. This whole area here is not going to have any bus service at all. You do have the train, and I guess that's what they're going to want you to have to take now. And that train doesn't run that often. They don't even have hourly service. It's mostly every 90 minutes to 2 hours on the Port Jefferson line. You're going to have to take the train to Smithtown to get bus service, and it's another fare that people are going to have to pay. And that's not right at all. So yeah, Kings Park. And the big issue with this the big problem I have with this is you're skipping an area where I know I've taken the 56, and we've picked up people at this area here. There's a Sienna Village Apartments. A lot of disabled people live there. They're senior citizens. They're going to be using SCAT now. Because their bus got taken away. So I think there's going to be a lot of people using SCAT. There's going to be a huge influx of people on SCAT. The county, I don't think, is prepared for the huge increase that they're going to get now as a result of that, because now this whole area is cut off. You don't have any bus service to the hospital here. It's a hospital. You don't have a bus service to the hospital. That's pretty bad. All right. You'd have to walk again, and this isn't a very pedestrian-friendly road to walk on. You got to walk over a mile probably to get to the nearest bus stop over here. So this is not going to be good either. So this is not going to be. I don't even think they have sidewalks on this road. Maybe they do. No sidewalks, so you're gonna have to walk in the road. The service runs late at night. This walking down this dark road at night is gonna be fun for people. No, it's not gonna be fun, and they're gonna be taking SCAT now as a result of that. I don't know why they couldn't use. What they should have had is an on-demand route. They should have had an on-demand route for this whole area, This should have been an on-demand area, all right? But no, only the Hamptons got the on-demand areas. But that doesn't even start yet because that's delayed. That's another thing that we're going to have to talk about in this video as well. So that's, one of the areas, another one of the areas that's being, service is being taken away from, The other thing, Stony Brook Village, that's the S76, that's gone. So there's no more service to Stony Brook Village anymore. I don't know how many people took it. I never took it. I'm guessing it didn't get many people, but now you're going to have to walk to Stony Brook Village, and this is not at all pedestrian friendly over here. This road, I don't think. There's no sidewalk at all over here. This is not. That's why they had the bus, because it's very. I'm assuming there may be another way to go to the village that's better. You're probably going to have to go up maybe this road here, Hawkins Road. I mean, these aren't roads that are meant for people to walk on. Oh my God, no. So, yeah, Stony Brook Village, if you want to go there now, you're going to have a nice little walk ahead of you. I don't know if anyone who worked there took that bus, but I know it didn't get that many people, but still, you're going to have a big, they seem to be cutting areas of the North Shore off a lot. North Shore and middle of the island get the worst of it. South Shore, as usual, avoids most of it, because we all know the South Shore is technically more important than everybody else, or at least they think they are. So getting back to the South Shore, and there are areas that are going to lose bus service in the South Shore too. You're going to have Bohemia. You don't have the 57. You don't have the 57 and the 59 anymore going to Sayville. So you're going to have Bohemia here. However, like I said, it's not as bad for this area, but it's still, if you got on the bus here in this area, now you're going to have to walk about, how many miles up to? A little over a mile up to Vets Highway. And if you're not in the best shape, well, again, if you're disabled or a senior citizen, you're going to be using SCAT, and there's going to be a lot of new people using SCAT. I think. I don't think the county is even thought. I just thought of that now personally. So this area is going to be kind of an issue here. The other issue is this area too, North Great River. So this is the former 3C route. All right, so and then there are some areas of the South Shore that are hit. There are. This is the former 3C route. So let's say you got there's like a bunch of stores over here. Let's say you used to get the bus over here. Well, now, yeah, you're gonna have bus service to the courthouse, and yeah, the courthouse, as the crow flies, isn't that far. It's not even a mile. But the problem is these streets don't connect. You can't just get out at the bus stop over here and then walk onto these streets. No, because they have a fence there, and so you're gonna have to go and take Spur Drive, and then you're gonna have to go down Spur Drive. Well, no, we're not measuring distance yet, but you're gonna have to go down Spur Drive, and then no sidewalk here, and then you're gonna have to go down here, down this street here, and again, that's a little mile, over a mile of walking. I think they should at least, get rid of these fences over here. I don't even know why they have them. You should be able to cut through and go down this street here. See, problem here is you can't do that. They got a fence here. I mean, just get rid of the fence so people can walk through. That would make things a lot easier. But they don't want to do that. So if you do need the bus, like if you buy the CVS, for instance, you're gonna have to, let's say, I don't know exactly where the bus stop is by the courthouse exactly, but you're gonna have to walk down the Spur Drive and go all the way up here, and go down here, and that's gonna be a mile and a half for walking. So yeah, a lot of people, people are gonna have to walk further for a bus, and if you're not in the best physical health, or if the weather's bad, it's gonna be a big problem. All the bad weather we've been having lately, with all the rain. So losing the 3C, that's going to affect things. Going into Holbrook too, so you had some of these routes like the 59 going down some of these streets in Holbrook. 59 going down some of these streets here now. People are going to have to walk further. Like if you're in Holbrook, for instance, you're going to have to walk, let's see how many miles to get to a mile and a half, maybe a mile over to the other route here. You have to take this route here, the 51. So you have to take the 51. All right. So you have to walk over there to get the 51. All right. And then the 54 has been rerouted as well. So what used to be the 54 is now the 6. And one thing I also forgot to note is that it's not going to go straight down this road anymore. It's going to go down Sunrise Highway, which is, I don't actually see this as a bad thing, but I don't see any bus stops here. So it's going to go down on the service road here. But there should be stops along here. There should be a stop so, it could serve these industrial areas here, like same way. There should be a stop along the road right here. All right, they could put a bus stop in right here. All right, they could put a bus stop in, so there should be a stop there. The other thing is Gateway is a shopping center. The 7A normally goes there. No more bus stop in Gateway, so you're gonna have to go over here to get that 51 route. I think the 51. So you have to walk about a half mile to Waverly Avenue. So it makes it hard, especially if you're carrying packages and stuff. I understand why they had to consolidate things, but there's some gaps here I'm really concerned about. And, and of course, Bellport. This is the other thing. All right, now we're on the South Shore. There are a couple of areas on the South Shore they screwed over too. Bellport's one of them. Okay, so the 66 is going to go through North Bellport now to save time instead of taking the detour down to South Country, and you will have service on the 77 route to Bellport. That will go to Patchogue, but it goes to downtown Bellport. But what if you're in the in-between areas? If you're down here, let's say you get the bus over here at North Dunton. Well, now you're going to have to walk. How far? All right, a mile. Maybe a mile over the Montauk Highway, so you're going to have to walk a mile. Down here, well, let's say if you're further down here. Yeah, what if you're down here, like Country Club Drive, for instance? Then you're going to have to walk either to Bellport to get that 77, or you're going to have to walk all the way up to Bellport here, and that's a mile and a half. So people are going to be walking a lot further, and I think routing the 66 is a way. I understand they have to serve the North Bellport area, but I think the 77 should be doing that, not the 66. I think the 66 should be continue to go down South Country. But that's not what's going to happen. And the other thing too is now that you don't have the 68 anymore. Yeah, no service in this stretch here of Montauk Highway. So this is a stretch here again where this is where all the businesses are in Shirley. You got some stores here, Stop and Shop or whatever here. So now you're gonna have to walk a little further. I guess it's not that far. It's not even a mile. It's not maybe a 5 or 10 minute walk. But if you're more over here, it could be a little more of a problem. So yeah, you'll have to walk further as well. So and of course the other one that I'm most troubled about, I think, by all these changes is Calverton. I brought this up already, Calverton Hills, which there are a lot of low-income people that live there, and they've taken away the bus service. Now they're completely cut off. They used to have the 8A, now they've got nothing. And I don't know how to get away with this without violating Title VI, because you're literally discriminating. So somehow the people up in John Wellesley Village, Middle Road, they get their service. So they keep their bus service in this area here, which I know I think it's a senior development, but it's well kept up. It's not low income, all right? They get to keep their bus service. They still have a route that's going to serve them. It's going to be the name of this route is the 80, all right? But the 80 isn't going to go to Calverton Hills, and I think it should go to Calverton Hills. I think it's a big mistake. You're cutting people off there, and like I said, now people are going to have to either. Let's show you what they're going to have to do. Before I end this video, I'm going to show you what you're going to have to do, all right? Let's say you live here and you used to depend on this bus. Here's the bus stop for it, all right? So now you're stuck literally in the middle of the Pine Barrens, and you're going to have to walk a very big distance just to get to any bus route. So let's say you got to go, all right, the 58 now goes down Main Street. So this is what we're going to have to do. We'll take you the whole way. Maybe, you're going to have to walk on this road for a very, very, very long distance. Can you imagine? South River Road, all right? So you're going to have to walk on this South River Road for a very long distance. I know how long this walk was. I used to take it sometimes when I went to Peconic Bog. But you're going to have to walk all the way through here, through the woods. Right now it doesn't want to go. But you're going to have to walk all the way through here. We're not done yet. No. It keeps going. It keeps going, folks. Nope, we're still here. Still in the woods. You got to go all the way through here, all the way up here, and all the way. So how many miles is that? How many miles? It's actually quicker if you got on the expressway, to tell you the truth. Some people might wind up doing that. You're not supposed to walk along the expressway. How many miles? Let's see. It's going to be a long walk. I know it. Let's see. All right. Yeah, it's going to be probably over, figure an hour walk. Probably almost 2.5 miles to get to the bus. Somebody's going to have to walk an hour to get to the bus. You could go up Edwards Avenue, but I think that's just as long. If I'm not mistaken, it might even be more. Go all the way up Edwards, all the way up here. All right, so it's a little less walking if you walk up Edwards. You have to walk all the way. It's still about a 40-minute walk, probably 2 miles. You're going to have to walk, and again, no sidewalks on this road, so you have fun walking along this at night. Though I know the 8A didn't run that late at night anyway. But, it's really, really rough for people. It really is. Really bad situation. There's also River Road. I mean, I guess you could go that way. That's even longer, though. So they should have kept that route going there. That's not right at all. That they're discriminating against Calverton Hills and completely. People are going to wind up, hey, what happened to the bus? Hopefully, everybody who rode that 8A, they made clear that there wasn't going to be a bus for them come Sunday. But again, of course, they love to screw the Pine Barrens. They screw the Pine Barrens more than anywhere else because they think you know what it is. So, and this doesn't solve any of the issues that we've spoken about. Like there's still no service. This whole shopping center here, no service to this super Walmart. It's the largest Walmart on Long Island, and there's no freaking service to it. I know Google hasn't even gone in there and done a street view yet. But this is what it looks like 2019. See a lot of apartments and stuff. This is supposed to be a smart growth area. Yet there's no bus service here. No bus service. I mean, everybody's going to have to depend on a car to live there. I mean, how is this helping the environment? It's not helping the environment at all. So that's the problem that we have here. So here you go. I've gone over all the changes here again, and it's a lot of people are going to be left surprised. Some people, the people are going to the people, especially the people where there are routes they're going to run more often, are going to be very happy. But for the people that have less service or no service at all, it's going to be a lot worse. And that is a big concern. So, and I'm sure there's probably things I'm missing here, but it's going to be bad. So, and we go to routes and schedules again. This is the other issue here. Okay, so the launch of the East End on-demand zone has been delayed. This is new information. So the 10B and the 10C routes will continue to serve this area through the 31st now. So the 31st will be served. They probably won't roll out the on-demand service until the new year for this area for the 10C and stuff. The 10C, again, that carried people, and I don't know if an on-demand service route is so great, Although the 10C service sucks, so the 10B and the 10C is still going to run, basically. So this is new. They just updated this because there was a delay on the equipment that they are using. And I guess they're getting different kind of buses for those on demand, and I guess the buses had to be recalled or whatever. So it says S92 will operate on its winter schedule. So we'll go to the winter schedule on the S92. And they did do a couple of things here on the S92. They did extend some trips from here. Some of the trips that were, they extended this trip here that was supposed to start at Bridgehampton, and now it's now going to start at East Hampton, I think, or one of those routes. I don't know, one of those days it's going to do that. But still, this route, they're not getting any benefits at all over there. They're getting screwed big time, the East End, as you know. So the 10C is the 10C. That's going to continue to run. They still have the old layout here on this schedule, so you're still going to have the 10C. If you use the 10C, you're still going to have it. And the 10C does run 7 days a week. And the other difference is there will be service on holidays. Memorial Day, Independence Day, and Labor Day will have service. They're not going to shut down service on those days anymore. So that's a good thing, too, as well, that you will have as well. So it says connections for everyone. So we'll go to the thing. So here's the thing. So in general, here's the statement here again. We'll go over here. In general, Suffolk County Transit System offers bus service the following time: weekdays 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Though there will be routes that run later than that. These are the general guidelines. There will be some routes that run later than that. All bus routes will operate every day of the year, including holidays. So there will be bus service on holidays, and your fares stay the same. So here you go. So there will be increased service, and it will be happening. There you go, October 29th, 2023. So, there will be the on-demand service but there'll be no on-demand service until at least the end of the year here. And SCAT is what I was talking about, curb-to-curb transportation. And if you ride SCA, if you have disability, this is what a lot of people are going to be forced to use, especially the people in some of these developments that are like that development there in, I guess that's St. James. I don't know if it's St. James or Kings Park, the Sienna Village. They're going to be, and when I used to take the 56, we'd get people going there, so they're going to probably wind up having to take SCAT, unfortunately, and I have a feeling there are going to be a lot more people taking SCAT now as a result. So anyway, that is going to wrap up this video. I've gone over almost everything again. Today, Saturday, is the last day of Suffolk County Transit as you knew it. So again, this is all going to be gone very soon here. Go to bus schedules here. It might actually, all right, it's still here. These are the old schedules here. Say goodbye to them, man. Say goodbye to all this. There's going to be no more S prefix. The route numbers are going to be different. Study it. All the links in the video, obviously, for you, as well as the link to that Newsday article as well. But this is all going to be history in a day. All of this is going to be a history, and we can just take a look at some of these there. All these schedules are going to be history. But you can see it will be an improvement. And when you look at the S33, particularly on weekends, the last trip to Sunrise Mall is at Deer Park is $4.50. $4.50 at Deer Park. I mean, some of these routes really ran, stopped running very early, and that's what needs to change, and that's what is changing, But in order to improve service and to make the new transit system here, they're going to have to take service away from certain parts of the county. I don't agree with all the changes they made. But I'm just going over what the trade-offs are and stuff, so you get an idea of what's happening here. All right. There will also be no more service to Sunrise Mall as well. So that's the other thing. No more Suffolk County Transit to Sunrise Mall. I never saw anyone taking it at Sunrise Mall. And now that Sunrise Mall is pretty much on its last legs and it's closing, the only thing that Nice Bus should do right now, I'm glad they extended the 5455, but what they need to do is they need to extend the 19 to Amityville. I don't know why Nice Bus hasn't done that, but Nice Bus should do that. The 19 should go to Amityville, and so at least people can connect up there, because now you might have some people that transfer between. This is just going to go to Massapequa. It needs to go to Amityville, so they need to extend this to Amityville. That's the other thing they need to do, because now there's not going to be any connections to Suffolk County Transit at Sunrise Mall anymore. So that is going on, and Sunrise Mall, like I said, unfortunately, is closing, and there aren't many people who take the bus there. If there's any people that are there, they're usually just transferring. Nobody's actually going to that mall. So, what they really should do, Nice Bus, the way I see it is they should just skip the mall and just go right to Amityville. Have everything go to Amityville. And 80 and 19, along with the 54, 55, as well as the 71. Don't even bother with Sunrise Mall anymore. I think they need to take all the service away from there. But that's just have it all go to Amityville. So that's all. Thank you for watching.